Last thing, number 4, embrace the experience. This is where we get into the deep work, fellas. Now, this is for all my guys having trouble with the performance, the anxiety, the stress, whatever else. This is where you got to get into the reality, not the symptoms, but the root cause. Because if you're looking at the artificial, if you're looking at the fake stuff, corn, OnlyFans, whatever else, you don't actually understand what it's like, not with a performer, not with an actress. Mirror neurons. You watch a movie, you feel the emotion that you see on screen. Those aren't real people, they are characters. No different when you watch the other type of movies. Those aren't real people, they are performers. Don't get me wrong, a woman can enjoy it rough. Often they do like that. What they like is your raw masculine expression. But there's a difference in using a sledgehammer. There's a rhythm to that thing, right? You gotta take your time. Every swing, every stroke is putting in some work. That's a little different from a fucking jackhammer. The shit is just going. And the thing is, as men, right? I'm speaking for us because I know how we feel. I've thought the exact same fucking way. Well, there's real parts, real bodies, P's and V's and things intersecting them. Yeah, it's happening. That's the thing. Nah, that is male-centric. Flip it over, right? If you want to go see the stuff that women like, they're telling a story. They're romanticizing. That's what women like. So when it comes to the actual thing, and this is where I say, now you're the subject of the chat, right? They're telling them the next day. See, that word is going to spread like wildfire. They may be telling the whole chat, and all of a sudden you become a lot more popular. Or they're telling the whole chat he had no fucking clue what he was doing. He had to have a blue chew. He only lasted 5 minutes. I say this because if you don't get the experience of sex, you've missed the mark, brother. And I'm not trying to get all sensual, love-making, caressing. Don't get me wrong, that's in the space and its time and place. Because again, you're not performing. You're not a dancing monkey. You're not doing it the way that she likes. You're giving, each of you are exchanging the experience that is led by you inside of your sexual expression in order to give her that, to truly enjoy that. This is for yourself as well, because it's up to you. I'm a pleaser. I like to enjoy her enjoying. So in that case, I actually have to learn her. So this, I can give you strategy for right off the jump. Learn to slow the fuck down and be present. Now again, it's not what you're doing. Like I said, sledgehammer, yeah, jackhammer. There's a difference in that. We're gonna get that thing pounded in there. But how you do it, a woman needs to be warmed up. A woman needs to be touched softly, delicately. You have to get out of the male-centric experience. The male-centric, did we hit the finish line? However we got to do it. Nasty as possible. That's great, right? And that's your turn-ons. You have to get that connection and flow because there's another human being there. Maybe she needs to be warmed up. Maybe she likes it freakier than you. Here's the secret, fellas. You get this unlocked, you get this opened up. They say a house is not a home until a woman's there. You can build the foundation, you can lay down the framework for how this sex is gonna go. But when you make it safe for a feminine woman to be there, she will turn your shit out, fam. Feminine is the whole spectrum. She'll bring other women in. She will do things you never thought possible. But if you judge her, if you're uncomfortable, if you can't control yourself, if you can't handle the tension, if you feel like, oh, she'll go that far, if you're looking at her different, the body count conversation, all of it is sexuality. But the whole context is where it's not comfortable, where it's not safe for her, she'll close up. You want your feminine flower open, flowing, experiencing all of it. But if you can't slow down, be present, be connected to actually tap in, they can feel when they're just of service. And you really have to get the experience to learn it, but the context being, I would say, if you ever have to guess whether or not she's been pleased, that part. Now trust me, when you're doing it, there's absolutely no doubt. And it's not always. And that's okay. You see, for them, just the experience. Put it this way, right? As a man, you may think, I need to be putting down 30 minutes to an hour. I need to put in that work, right? Not just the ground and pound, right? That's one thing. They may not enjoy that. They may not be the whole fucking time. Maybe you think you need to be marathon man. And I say that as a marathon man. I'm gonna go a couple rounds. The context being, sometimes that's a bit much. Sometimes they just want the quickie. Sometimes they do want a hot, sensual, heavy 5-10 minutes while we're cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Yes, that has happened. And that's what they want. Because it's so much work, because satisfying you, or because the pressure of you want to make sure she gets off even. Again, that's not a safe space. Feminine is sensitive to that. But if it is an open space, hey, you want some more? Did you get enough? Did you enjoy yourself? Actually checking in. We can laugh about it. Maybe there's some funny things happening. We're just human beings. This is all our animalistic. But if you got to be, long, strong 007, showing up perfect. So you're insecure, you're hyperactive. This is where these performance anxieties and things are coming up. I'm giving you, again, root cause, not just the symptoms. But if you don't know how to slow down, if you can't be present in the experience, if you're just trying to do the thing that you saw, not just the position, I mean like replicating the thing that had camera and lights and sex and actors and signing contracts and shit and an exchange of money. The map is not the territory. It's not the same thing. So that's what I'm speaking to with that. Understand how the women that you entertain enjoy sex. That's what I'm saying. Embrace the experience. That's when you'll actually be a good lover. That's when they'll actually come back. That's when they'll let others know how good you're holding it down. Again, all in the world of abundance. Everything flips. Makes you unattainable. Makes them worship you because they don't want to lose you. Absolutely. If you want to get into some fetishes and fun, like, get them hooked. Get them what they need. You think you be simping. You think you need it. Fellas, they're run by feelings in them. If you can master this shit, not even master, just get good at it. Novice, decent, right? Get to the point where it's play for you. When you can send a message, a text, and have them dripping. When you can give them a look from across the room. When you can give them a touch. Like, you can program and anchor these things in. Little inside secret stuff like that. When you really start to unlock women and play with it, have fun, absolutely, they will worship you. They will want to be daddied in the bedroom. That is exactly where it all comes from, because she wants to experience living into that. Her feminine wants to play with that. Her feminine wants to be ravished. Her feminine wants to be pursued. Her feminine wants to feel sexy. Those are all experiences. That's why I say those performers, they're women, but that is not a real woman's experience. Now, if you're watching the homebrew stuff, and I'm not going to get too deep into that, you may be a little bit closer, but the context is artificial reality. Embracing the experience. Understand how your women enjoy sex. And actually, I already touched on it. The more freedom, fun, fantasy you give her, the more of her freak you unlock and bring out. And here's the big part, fellas, right? If there's anything you've wanted to do, anything you've always loved, that thing, that fantasy, that thing you think she would never go for, what you have to get is that's your shame of your sexuality. If it's a turn on, if she can be the woman to please you, if she can be there to see your face as you release, if she can feel the turn on and your desire for her, if she can know how quickly, even that part, right? When she thinks she knows what to do to just make you pop no matter what, their own ego thing. But yeah, they play right into it. They enjoy right into that. The guys, two types of men, or I'll say males and men. For males, they'll make rules. They'll comply. They'll cooperate. They'll do things out of obligation. For men, yes, daddy. They'll go along with what you lead because of that big daddy energy. It's unapologetic that, yeah, I want to put it there. It's unapologetic that, yeah, grabbing, choking. All that, like I said, the jackhammer, the rough stuff, they like that too, with a connection, with a human being. If they could very well be a sock or a bag of meat, and that's all you need because you're not even there. You're not connected. There's nothing sensual. There's no turn on. There's no desire. There's none of it. There's just you getting your rocks off.